So, Dishonored is getting a sequel this spring. That's why I thought it'd be a perfect time to review the game.
I see it, and now it's all within my reach. Possibility. I see it now. It's always been inside of me. Now I feel so free. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility. And there's possibility.
Hello, everyone. And today, there's a common question going around. What is the greatest movie of all time? For some, they say The Godfather. For others, they say Citizen Kane. And the true intellects, they say Shrek. But, while Shrek is a high-quality movie and is probably the second greatest film of all time, we all know that the greatest film ever made is a TCS Gaming movie. Now you're probably wondering, what is a TCS Gaming? Well, you see, TCS Gaming, the movie, is based off of an anime series on YouTube titled TCS Gaming, where it's about a man named Trey who reviews video games for the anime. And basically, Trey likes to talk about a lot of different types of video games, but he mostly talks about Sonic the Hedgehog and Legend of Zelda. And now, they finally made a movie in April of 2018, but better late than never. And this movie is supposed to be the end of the TCS Gaming franchise, but they are still going on to this day for whatever reason, but still. And now it's time for me to review this movie and why it is the greatest film ever to grace our screens. Now, first off, there's the plot of the film. Now, a lot of people say that this movie has no plot to it, but as I say, you're wrong. This movie has a lot of dark themes and a lot of compelling storylines in this movie. First off, the main thing is to show off how great Trey is. There's even an interview scene where they ask several people why they love TCS Gaming, or the best TCS Gaming moments, and how Trey became the TCS gamer we all love him as. The reason why Trey chose this path as a video game reviewer was because he saw an old lady getting eaten by pigeons. I swear I'm trying to hold it in, folks. I'm trying to hold it in. But yeah, and the intro to this film. It might go on too long, but it has some beautiful moments, like this moment right here. Let me just show you. The intro is so beautiful. Every time I see Trey screaming down in defeat, it makes me cry a little inside, and it makes me cry even harder when I rewatch the scene. It's so beautiful. Man, that scene is just beautiful. But also, here's a fun fact about Trey. Trey is also an anime person who watches anime, even though he's in an anime. Weird, but he has some pretty terrible taste if you ask me. I mean, he watches an anime called Bunny Girl Senpai. What the heck is that? It's probably just anime trash. Not a good anime in my opinion, just god-awful, but still. But for a movie that's on YouTube and is only an hour long, this movie has some very brutal and torturous scenes to watch. Seriously, this scene I'm about to show you may be a minute long, but if you're a little kid watching this, I know you're watching this, little Timmy, turn your eyes away from what you're about to see. I apologize if there are any families watching this, so here you go. Here is the most brutal scene in this movie right now. But even so, there are other scenes in this movie that are just perfect. Scenes where they borrowed the imagery from the SpongeBob movie in order to show Trey and Jack's second battle in the film. You see, Jack and Trey have 3 battles throughout this movie. One during the first act, one during the second act, where they borrow imagery from the SpongeBob movie, and of course, the final act, where we get to the real good stuff. But during this time after Trey defeats Jack, Jack gains the aid of Alec the SideQuest Gamer, and they both team up in order to destroy Trey from TCS Gaming. But during this, Trey easily defeats Alec with no ease, and then we get to the climax of the movie, where we find out the biggest plot twist that Jack was originally created to be the ultimate life form. That he was supposed to be the most powerful being on the universe. He was born 50 years ago in the space colony Ark, but then a raid happened where he destroyed everyone there, and then left. And then he found Trey, who quickly became best friends, but then they became sworn enemies. And now Jack and Trey have one last battle, and I wish I can show you all this, because this is quite possibly the greatest climax in any film I've ever seen. Seriously, I'm not even joking. Screw the final battle of Avengers Endgame, where you see all the heroes from the MCU battling Thanos' army. Screw that. This scene is better than that scene in every single way possible, where we have Trey and Jack fighting over who rules the universe. And I can't show all this due to copyright issues, but I can show you the last 30 seconds of the fight. So I will show you it here and now in all its perfect beauty. So here we go.
As you can clearly see, folks, their battle is so epic. It's destroying the universe itself. And oh my god, the Earth is, oh my god, there's like a million deaths right there. So many innocent people just died right there and there. Oh my god, who knew anime can be so brutal sometimes? It can be so real. That was quite possibly the greatest fight scene ever in anime. As you can clearly see, Trey is being a god right now in this scene.
And then the film ends with Jack and Alec realizing that they couldn't make it to the Shell City to retrieve the crown for Neptune. And that was the TCS Gaming movie, and oh my god, I have never seen a work of art as good as that movie. Never in my life. You know what? Screw all three of these movies. These movies are trash. This one's terrible, this one's terrible, and this one's terrible. The TCS Gaming movie is the true greatest film of all time. And you're probably wondering, if this movie is so good, what reception did it get? Well, it got overwhelming praise, quickly becoming the highest grossing movie of 2018. I'm not even joking. This movie made $2.9 billion at the box office, easily defeating Avengers Infinity War. So yeah, I guess even the MCU could not defeat the TCS Gaming movie. And there are also other amazing scenes in this movie, like Jack and Alec's first fight before Alec joins Jack, and of course the greatest scene in the movie where they show Trey's epic dab to end them all, and it's just so beautiful. I need to show it for all the world to see. Here we go.
So you thought you were going to review Sonic Adventure without me noticing, huh? Okay. Well, you got a good lawyer. This is a business after all. Nothing personal, kid.
I am the roughest of waves. I'm the toughest of terrors. I am the darkest of days.
And also, there are some extra things I need to tell all you people before I end the review. Like, for example, this movie became not only the highest grossing film of 2018, but also the highest grossing film of all time. Not even joking. This is the only movie that was able to beat Avatar at the box office to become the highest grossing film ever made, and the only movie that came even close to defeating this film in terms of box office was Avengers Endgame. But it was $1 short of defeating this film at the box office. So, yeah, Avengers Endgame couldn't even defeat the TCS Gaming film. And also, this movie won several awards, including Best Cinematography, Best Director, Best Acting in the history of film, and Best CGI and Special Effects. And you're probably wondering, Sean, if this movie is so perfect, so elegant, and so masterpiece, why isn't there a sequel to it? Well, first off, I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10 for an S rank, but to answer that question on why isn't there a sequel, well, there is a sequel. Well, you see, here's the thing. Trey has two favorite games of all time. One of them being Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, and the other being Dishonored. And much like Trey's favorite game of all time, Dishonored, it got its sequel next spring. Bye.